What up, niggas? That short video that I uploaded, I took that video down because I just put it up, obviously, just to let y'all know what happened to the main video that I uploaded. So shout out to everybody who left messages and everything, let me know that the video was okay. That short video that I just showed y'all, I just took that a few hours ago, right in front of the house. But also, a few hours ago, my queen just sent me an image. She sent me this image because she was telling me it looked weird outside. Well, of course, y'all know me. I've been staring at these images so much, you knew I was going to see something. Entities all over the place. But I just want to show y'all this one particular entity and entities right here. Uh-oh. Entities all over the place. What's new? Now, I'm pretty sure every single person who's watching this video, y'all know about the situation with the Capitol. Paul Begley? What? And the reason why I'm making this video is because I want everybody to stay focused. Because everybody who's awake is saying the same thing. This ain't our fight. This ain't our fight. YouTube channel Beyond the Spectrum. Not too long ago, she mentioned to me in a comment talking about January 6th. She was basically talking about energies, things of that nature. She wasn't talking about some type of event happening. But when she said that, it stuck in the back of my mind. And I was working my ass off to get this video, that last video that I uploaded. I was working my ass off to get that video done before January 6th. Because in the back of my mind, I knew something was going to happen. And many of us, not just me, was talking about something was going to happen in January 2021. So I was working my ass off to get this video done and uploaded, published before the 6th. And the reason is these events, real or false flag, it distracts people from what's really going on. And this is why I joked around a lot in that last video about these motherfuckers gonna get eaten, because it's not really a joke. It's funny, but you know, it's true. It's serious. So we have these people who obviously are lost souls. They focusing on, for example, this situation with the Capitol. They focusing on this shit, focusing on the politicians, all this earthly, worldly shit. And they don't see what's coming up behind them. Those of us who are awake, we have to witness this shit and report this shit when it comes to any of these type of events like this situation with the Capitol. We have to pay attention to this shit. We supposed to witness and focus on this, not focus, but we gotta get the information out. Because we are awake. We can't be distracted from this shit. But like I was telling my queen, the average person, they shouldn't be paying attention to this shit at all. Because they got some shit that's not even sneaking up behind them. It's right there, but they can't see it. So we got Beyond the Spectrum talking about the 6th. These energies coming through, something of that nature. And I was telling my girl that anytime this shit happens, we know some type of event is going to happen when it comes to, you know, from a spiritual nature. Obviously, they got to do something to keep the dummies focused in another direction, and at the same time getting them prepared for the rapture. Now, the situation that we have over the last number of weeks, I mentioned that it's like the majority of the entities that I'm seeing, those ain't good guys. And it's pretty obvious because people need to understand that the good guys, the angelic beings, chariots, our higher selves, angels, they really, at this particular time, they only here for two reasons. One reason is to protect us while we still here in this physical form. And the second reason is to get us the fuck up out of here. Now, a lot of people need to understand, I said this so many times, obviously, not everybody's going to be raptured. That don't mean that everybody who gets left behind is wicked, going to lose their soul and all that shit. Everybody's on a certain level and got to go through this process, and they will get the fuck up out of this shit at that appointed time. But not everybody's going to be raptured. So people need to understand that, and understand that when the rapture happens, it's going to be quick, blink of an eye, twinkling of an eye. We're gone, woke up, no more memory loss and all that shit. So with this deception that's coming, we've been hearing about the alien invasion, and people talking about Project Bluebeam and all that shit. Like I said before, the biggest deception with Project Bluebeam, that information was put out so people can use that as an excuse for every time we see these cloud formations, UFOs, and all that shit. They'll say, oh, that's just Project Bluebeam. But people need to understand what's happening. All the entities that we've been showing in our videos, snapshots, the things that I've showed around the moon, and all the manifestations that's happening right around us now. When this shit breaks down, finally, the sixth seal finally opens up in this physical reality, you're going to literally have millions of UFOs, spaceships, entities, creatures, all kinds of shit. Millions. Right in everybody's face. So why would they have to use Project Bluebeam? Everything is going to be right there. Now, I'm not saying that they'll never use Project Bluebeam the way people think they will, but they're not going to use that shit when this shit breaks down. All these entities that we showing in the clouds and all that shit, they're going to be right in everybody's face. You got millions of entities, spacecrafts, creatures. Why would you need Project Bluebeam at that particular time? Will they use it in the future for whatever reason during some event? Maybe, but I don't know. But people need to understand, not all these spacecrafts and entities is of our star family. Like my brother Kalai said in one of his one of the videos that he made a while ago. Shut up, train. I joked around, like I said, about these motherfuckers gonna be eaten, but it's true. We got these entities in the spiritual form and in the physical form. There's a lot of these motherfuckers who are in the spiritual form. When this thing breaks down, eventually they're gonna be in the physical form as well. So we got a lot of these dummies who gonna be left behind, who gonna take that mark, and they're gonna be permanently merged in the flesh. So these motherfuckers gonna be eaten for real. There's a major deception that's coming, and people need to know what the fuck is this, what the fuck is going on. Because, like I said, I've been joking around about this shit, and whenever I joke around, I'm still telling the truth. I'm still serious. So we got this situation where, let me start off by saying this. Years ago, before I started on YouTube, I had a so-called dream. And it was nighttime in this dream, and I looked up in the sky and I saw what I thought was a UFO far off in the distance, like a small light up in the sky. And I said to myself when I saw that shit, I said, is that a UFO? And as soon as I said that shit, it disappeared. And seconds later, a beam of light shot down right in front of me, right to my feet and all that shit. And I bagged up and shit, yeah. And then I looked around to my left, and I saw endless number of niggas lined up. Far as the eye can see, a whole bunch of niggas, all niggas, so-called black people, all in line, getting ready to get on this motherfucking spaceship. Okay, listen to me, y'all. when the rapture happens, we are going to be out of here blink of an eye. We're going to be awake, spiritual form. We're going to be who we really are. Anybody who gets left behind and you got some spaceships around and they talking about get on our spaceship and we going to take you home, you chosen and all that shit. Don't do it. They going to eat you. I'm not bullshitting. Don't fall for that shit, y'all. If y'all get left behind and you still in the physical form and you see some spaceships telling you to get on a spaceship, don't do it. This shit has been shown in the movies, TV shows, of course, all I talk about this so much. They showed this shit a long time ago. I don't know if it was motherfucking, it might have been the Twilight Zone. Where this spaceship, aliens, yeah, came by. And they gonna sit there and, you know, they the good guys, you know. Y'all should come with us. We got this technology and blah, 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 you know. They had this hieroglyph that was written on the UFO, you know. And some people was trying to decipher that shit. So by the time it was about the end, at the end of the show, I think it was this lady who ended up figuring out what that shit meant. During that time, you had all these motherfuckers getting ready to get on this ship and leave with these aliens. And the chick deciphered that shit, and she started running and screaming at us like, don't do it, don't do it. This means they finna eat you. I'm not bullshitting, y'all. They put this shit in the movies and TV shows all the time. Don't fall for this shit. They're gonna eat you. Motherfucking, what's his name? Fat bastard. Get in my belly. That shit was funny, wasn't it? They telling y'all the truth. They telling y'all the truth. They gonna eat you. Don't fall for this shit. Now, like I said about the rapture, we are gonna be out of here quick. We're gonna wake up. We're gonna be in a spiritual form and all that shit. You get left behind, you're not gonna have to be in the, you're gonna be, I mean, okay, look, you in the physical form and you walking to a spaceship, something's wrong. Don't fall for that shit. Myself, my brothers and sisters, when we get out of here, we gone. Woke up and all that shit. We're gonna be in a spiritual form. We are our own chariots, Merkabas, so on and so forth. And yes, we do have our own spaceships. When the rapture happens, we're going to be out of here quick. We're not going to be in the physical form walking to a spaceship. The spaceships, our star family that's here, they're going to take us out of here quick. So anybody get left behind, don't fall for this shit, y'all. I was listening to some videos years ago. A lot of people was putting up these videos. The Galactic Federation. Not all those videos are legit. The Galactic Federation is our star family, but obviously you got some copycats out here. They ain't the Galactic Federation. Don't fall for that shit, y'all. And I was listening to this shit for a while, and because so many different people was putting up these type of videos, a lot of shit, good shit, was getting watered down. And there was some obvious demonic motherfuckers, demonic entities, Luciferian motherfuckers, who was putting out this information as well, claiming to be the Galactic Federation. And eventually they put up a video and they talked about us coming onto their spaceships and getting into their rehabilitation chambers so they can boost up your DNA. Don't do it. They don't do it. That's a deception. That's not our star family. They're gonna eat you. Don't fall for that shit, y'all. Be careful with this shit. These entities are not all our star family. Talking about motherfucking fat bastard. I saw this show called Legion, and they had this big fat motherfucking demon on there. And I was freaking out when I seen that shit, because that's the same motherfucker who I saw before this TV show came out. And the Grox One was talking about this shit, and he's basically saying that motherfucker was a devil. And I seen this motherfucker open eye vision just before I went to sleep. You got all these motherfuckers, these characters that's based on real entities, and people don't realize this shit. Jabba the Hutt, that's another motherfucker. These motherfuckers are not shit that they just made up, y'all. The deception is strong. And if you get left behind, you still in the physical form. Don't walk onto a goddamn spaceship thinking it's the good guys. So ladies and gentlemen, this is just a real quick video. I've been saying this for weeks, that the manifestations is too strong, it's too out there, it's in our face, the energies is out of control. There's no way this shit was going to continue without some type of event from our physical perspective. You know, these type of shootings and things going on, we've been talking about this, we knew it was coming. YouTube channel, Waiting for the King of Kings, Yeshua, he's also been talking about something was going to happen during the inauguration, before the inauguration. Everybody knows it. Here it is right here. We just had this shit with the Capitol. This ain't shit. It's just another dry run. It's just something to keep these dummies focused. And like I said, those of us who are awake, ain't nothing wrong with us paying attention to this shit. We have to witness against this shit. We can't be distracted from this shit like they can. So we supposed to witness this shit, report on this shit. But like I said, the average dummy, they shouldn't be paying attention to this shit at all. Like I said, they looking in one direction and they don't realize what the fuck is creeping up right behind them. And like I said, they ain't even got to creep up. They ain't even got to sneak. These motherfuckers are so deceived, they don't know what the fuck is coming. All of this shit is right there for everybody to see. Ain't nobody gonna see this shit but those of us who are awake. And the rest of these dummies, they're not gonna see this shit until it's too motherfucking late.